Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be with you. We are reaching the sixth day, the sixth section of the Quran, Juz Sadis. It's an important section, lots of teachings that we can bring to the fore and we can discuss here. But we'll just highlight one because it's an essential one as well. It comes to the relationship that we have with God, with Allah, with ourselves, and also with our fellow human beings. And what we find in the beginning of Surah Al-Ma'idah, we find a verse which is saying, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu awfu bil-uqud. O you who believe, fulfill your obligation, stick to the terms of the contract that you have signed. It could be a moral contract and it could be a physical contract. And in our life, everything is about contract. In fact, the way we are with God, we have something which is called al-mithaq al-asli. We have a relationship with God, and God is expecting us to respond to His call. So there is something that is a contract, a spiritual contract with God. We also have a contract with our fellow human beings. So we know about the social contract. We know that when we have interpersonal relationships, we have to rely on law, we have to rely on contracts, and we have to abide by the terms of our contracts. And at the same time, it's also important to understand that it comes even with our intimate life when it comes to love. So there are contracts of marriage. Marriage contracts are based on this understanding that yes, it can be something surprising that when we speak about love, we need a contract. But we know when things are not going so well, that in situations where there are divorces and things like this, we need to have some legal reference to do this. One of the characteristics of Muslims is they abide by the terms of the contract. المسلمون عند شروطهم. The Muslims, by definition, this is their ethical characteristic, is they have to abide by the term of the contract with God, with themselves, and with their fellow human beings. That's very important. When you say something, when you promise something, you have to stick to it. When you are signing and you sign something, you have to stick to it. This is something which is giving value to your word, value to your being. You respect yourself through the way you deal with others. And to the point that the Prophet, peace be upon him himself, in Sulh al-Hudaybiyah, when he just signed the agreement, the contract with the people who are saying, if somebody is coming to you, you have to send him back to us, even though he is a Muslim. He had to do it, and he did it, because the principles come first. The principles come first, and this is the principle of justice, and al-aqd is something which is important. With your word, with your hand, and with your life. This is the way you are the embodiment of your faith, through this visibility. When you say something, you promise, you keep your word. When you sign something, there are conditions, you respect them. You don't cheat, and you try to be transparent as much as you can, because this is an ongoing struggle. This is the way. There is an ethical distinctiveness from an Islamic viewpoint. We need to come back to this, and during Ramadan, this is also a deep teaching that we have to keep in our daily life. Remember, don't forget to tell the people you love that you love them. Life is fragile. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.